Jessica, don't you think it's about time you come visit me? I haven't seen you for more than 10 years now. I am your mother-in-law, so you may feel uneasy around me, but I think you've avoided me enough.
Hi, Martha. It's been a while. I didn't expect to hear from you. It's been 10 years already?
I can't believe you never came to see me all these years. I know you're busy with work, but we don't live that far apart, and I'm sure you could have made time at least on the weekends.
I'm sorry about that, but I heard you didn't want to see me.
Huh? When did I say such a thing? Even if I did, it would be a long time ago. Speaking of which, I heard that you said you didn't want to see me.
What? I never said that.
My son tells me everything. I understand you don't like me, but avoiding me for 10 years is absurd.
I didn't go see you because I heard you hated me. I kept telling your son I wanted to go visit you, but he stopped me.
You're lying. You blame my son for everything. You really are the kind of woman he says you are.
What did he say about me?
I've heard everything about you, you know. You seem to be good at cooking, but you're terrible at everything else. Maybe I'll have an urge to slap your face if you come see me now.
Matt told you that? He tells me quite the opposite, that I'm terrible at cooking but good at all other chores, so that's why he hasn't divorced me yet.
Oh well, in any case, you're a total failure. It's a mystery why he chose you as his wife. A woman who can't even say hi to your mother-in-law for 10 years.
I really did try to go visit you. But Matt said it was a bad idea and stopped me every time. He said you hated me so much that you never wanted to see my face again. He thought it would cause too much trouble.
Oh, really? You think you can get away with such lies? He was telling me the exact opposite. He told me not to go see you because you hated me.
Oh, is that so? That's really strange. It's as if he doesn't want us to see each other.
Then, I guess that was his way of showing consideration towards us. He wouldn't want to see his wife insulting his mother, right? Plus, it'll be a hassle to stop us fighting. I sure don't like how you can lie so easily.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
Then why don't you come to my place in person with a gift of apology? I'll forgive you for your rudeness if you bring me 10 gifts to cover all my birthdays you've missed.
10 gifts? I'll gladly bring you gifts and also take you out for lunch or dinner, but I'm quite busy for the next few weeks. Is it okay if I go see you at the end of next month?
You keep making excuses like that. You're just gonna avoid me again, huh? What a daughter-in-law.
I'm not trying to avoid you. I work full-time, so I'm busy during the weekdays. Also, I'm going on a trip starting next Saturday, so...
A trip? You couldn't make time for me all these years, but you have enough time to travel? I assume it'll be a luxurious trip.
Well, it may not be that luxurious, but Matt arranged it for me. He does that for me sometimes to thank me for all my hard work.
My son is a really kind man. He's too good for you. He should have married someone better than you.
I'm sorry, but if you don't mind, may I go see you after the trip?
Well, in that case, I shall wait. I can't ruin my son's gift.
Thank you very much.
Jessica, long time no see. I'm Emily, your classmate from high school. Do you remember me?
Emily? Long time no see. Yeah, of course I remember you. But we haven't talked since then, so you really took me by surprise. What's going on?
Sorry to contact you out of the blue. There was just something I wanted to tell you.
What is it? It may feel weird that I'm asking you this, but how are things with your husband?
What? Well, I don't know if things are going great, but it's not bad. Why would you ask me that?
I know it's none of my business, but he seems to be in love with someone else. So, I don't know how to say this, but I think it's better for you to divorce him.
What? Wait, what are you talking about? I mean, why would you know about my husband?
Of course you'd be surprised. Actually, our husbands are friends. My husband told me what he heard from your husband, and I became worried about you.
I didn't know you were married. And our husbands knew each other, and that's how you found out. How did our husbands get to know each other?
They work at the same place. They go out for drinks sometimes.
I see. But how did you know he was my husband? I didn't invite you to my wedding.
I remember the pics he posted on Facebook.
Oh, I may have posted a few pics with him. I haven't posted anything for a long time, so I forgot. There may have been some pics before we got married.
When my husband showed me a picture he took with your husband, I thought I've seen that face before, and it hit me that he must be your husband.
I'm surprised you recognized him. But why did you go through the trouble of telling me? We were former classmates, but we haven't spoken to each other for years.
You're my friend. I can't just keep quiet knowing my friend might be betrayed by her husband.
Well, we've never spoken to each other since high school, so I was really surprised. But thank you for letting me know.
No problem. I can't believe he would betray such a kind person as you. You should break up with him right away.
Well, we have a child, so I can't divorce him that easily. If it's just that he likes someone else, maybe we can figure things out together.
What? I don't think that's a good idea.
Why? He may be in love with someone, but that doesn't mean he already has a deep relationship. I wouldn't jump into a divorce just because of that.
Well, it's true that he hasn't said anything more than having feelings for the other woman, but he said he wants to remarry her. That's why he's thinking of divorcing you, Jessica.
Oh. My husband went into so much detail when talking to your husband?
That's what I heard. I thought it might be impossible to have a future with such a man.
Okay. Well, that's for me to decide.
Wait. Don't tell your husband about this. If you tell him, he might have a grudge against my husband. I don't want to get in the way of their friendship.
Well, you're right. If I told him that your husband told me, he would lose my husband's trust. But then, what do you think I should do?
I'll give you updates. If your husband is willing to divorce you, why don't you think about the future without him? You shouldn't waste your time on such a man.
It's not like we're just dating, so I have a lot to think about. But thanks for the info. I'll keep an eye on my husband and think carefully of what to do.
Jessica, you are such a terrible mother. Your son eats a lot. The food expenses are just too much, so I'll be sure to make you pay for it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't you dare play dumb with me. How can you leave your kid with me for a month? Are you out of your mind? I will certainly make my son divorce you.
Are you talking about my son, born between Matt and I? If it's about my son, he has been with me this whole time. My son and I are enjoying the beach together in Hawaii. I would never leave him for such a long time.
What? You guys have only one child, right?
Yes, we only have one child. So can you tell me who you're talking about?
Then this child. Who is this boy in my care?
Did Matt tell you to take care of that child?
Did he also tell you he's our son?
Of course. I would never take care of a stranger. I'm not stupid, you know.
I'm not trying to say you're stupid. I'm just trying to understand what's happening. So you're saying that Matt has another kid?
No, that can't be true. You're saying that my dear son, Matt, has an illegitimate son?
Well, that's what's going on, isn't it? What did he exactly tell you when he dropped off that kid?
I told him that I heard you were going on a trip. Then, he got mad at me for contacting you without his permission. I was just trying to compliment him, telling him how nice it was of him to treat his wife to a trip.
I see.
And then, all of a sudden, his attitude changed. He asked me to take care of his son so that you two can spend time as a couple. Matt is there too, right?
He's not here. He told me he couldn't come because he had to go on a business trip. So it's just me and my son here in Hawaii. He's been exposed in more ways than one.
It can't be. There must be some mistake. If I call him, we can find out the truth right away.
He told me not to contact him since he'd be busy during the business trip. What did he say to you?
He told me not to contact him so that he could enjoy his time alone with you.
Oh. So why did you contact me then?
Since your son eats so much, the money I received from Matt wasn't enough. I thought I'd complain to you instead.
Now, I wonder where that child came from. Once I get back, I'll go to your house and have a chat with him.
Wait, there's no need for that. I'll go talk to the boy. Don't make it a big deal. I'm sure Matt has his reasons.
I'm sure he has a very good reason. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened.
But it's weird. I've been taking care of him regularly for 10 years, but you never once thanked me. I got so angry, I decided to contact you.
What? You're saying horrifying things right now. You've been taking care of him for the last 10 years? Whose child is he?
I'll just ask him what his mother's name is right now.
Yes. Please let me know what he says.
He said Emily.
That's what I thought.
Do you know who she is?
She was my high school classmate. She's cute and looks very innocent, but she was famous for stealing her friends' boyfriends.
I see. So that girl stole Matt from you.
I heard that she was a very good cook. So it makes sense with what Matt said. I'm not very good at cooking, so Matt always complains to me about it. I'm sure Emily would make him delicious home-cooked meals.
You're so calm and analytical even after your husband is stolen. You've got some guts. But I can't believe you lost your husband to an old classmate. She's the same age as you, right? I can only say, suck it up.
Let me tell you something. I'm divorcing Matt. And I know that's what you've always wanted, so you can be happy about that.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. That's great. Just get divorced and get the hell out of our lives.
But Emily is way worse than I am.
What do you mean?
She's famous for doing nothing except cooking. All the guys she's dated in the past broke up with her because of that. I think she's trying to marry Matt because of his income.
There's no way I'm letting my son marry a woman who gave birth to his illegitimate child.
I don't think she's the kind of woman who will listen to you. If you object, she'll try to marry him in secret. If she weren't such a woman, she wouldn't have an illegitimate child.
It may not be easy, but...
She is the kind of woman who declared war on me, knowing I was Matt's wife. She tried talking me into divorcing Matt, pretending she was innocent. But I'm not going to let them get away that easily.
Don't you dare do anything unnecessary.
I'm fully prepared. I actually hired a detective and knew all this before you told me. So all I needed was the raw evidence and your testimony. Now, I can sue him for alimony and child support.
You set me up?
It's all your son's fault. I haven't done anything to you or your son. I'm sorry you've been deceived by your own son for the last 10 years. Now, I'm cutting ties with you both. So you two shall fall to the ends of the earth and despair. After that, I confronted my husband with the evidence. For the past 10 years, he regularly left his illegitimate child with his mother to go on dates with Emily. I divorced him and charged him alimony and child support. Lately, I have been enjoying taking cooking classes with my son. As I expected, Emily married my ex right away. However, I had informed my ex's company of what had happened, and he was reduced to an ordinary employee with a lower salary. Now, they are both in despair. My ex-mother-in-law was resented by her son for being the one responsible for making me realize what was going on. Matt cut ties with her out of anger. None of it matters to me anymore, though. I will enjoy my life with my son and try my best to raise him to be a good man, unlike his father.